welcome back. And once again, we return to I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator with Gun Bunny, G.u.n.n, Bunny, and I am practically well. So look at that. I have energy and motive and trouble in mind. So why not play this? All right, back to the nonsense. All right, I think this is where we left off. This thing has the weirdest pseudo save mode ever. It like half saves for you. And you know, a half save is as good as no save at all, I suppose. But whatever. Let's start. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild vision you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was a secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. How much of a secret, huh? It's salt, kids. It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, like Clank. Like him, like. I know, it sounds like we're moving too fast, but there's something about him I like him. Like him. Women often fall for robots. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a total sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at the school he didn't even go to, and was also also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. That's almost English. I feel like I got that wrong, but I don't know. I'm trying. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in the pressure cooker language translation there. Okay, good. It's not me. Game says fine. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy. I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, and kids who don't read good, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Ah, sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Wow. Thanks, bestie. Laughing at the implications that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. I am amazing and stupendous and fantastical. Thank you. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of the secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. That can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from a super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Oh, this is scary. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. You're a drug mule. I mean, he was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was like anything I'd ever tasted. Is this what we're implying the secret ingredient is for KFC? Because KFC is only approved in certain places, apparently. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking. So we've stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And, besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, please, please. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. It's secret ingredient. What is, I'm sure he tells it to every girl he's trying to get with, but I don't want to be that one. Oh, we're gonna make up a fake ingredient because I'm not sharing ingredients with drug mules. That's got problems. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? My bestie's made questionable decisions in the past, so we're gonna make up a fake ingredient for trust reasons. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about... It was Eye of Newt. We could have said paprika. No one seems to know what it's for. I know. Sounds like some kind of witch potion. But what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow! Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity, and she'll move on. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of dead newts. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. See? Dead newts. Run. Guard your pet stores. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secret ingredients to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. Oh my god. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving to school on a beige Kentucky Fried Stallion. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Oh my god. Or run to him. I'm gonna get trampled by a horse. Let's enjoy his glory. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. These things wreck the campus lawn. Without ever acknowledging that he's been being watched, he does a short horse dance. Hang on, I gotta take in a horse dance. Okay, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Is that what's wrong with me most of the time? Probably. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry. He knows his way home. It's not animal cruelty. I have not released a horse. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beauty you have. What a horseyful beauty you have. I mean, what a horseyful beaut you have. Dang it. That's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Gun Bunny, just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile. I think we need to find new friends in college. As if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. Yes, I can. Get out of here. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappeared in the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. You are not helping me. Why don't you step on my head while I'm drowning? When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting immature. Act like you're not interested in them, but really try to get a closer look. Yeah, let's do that. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he noticed you eavesdropping and tries to cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. Ahem. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Good. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules? I like to think I am the supreme overlord of cooking, but sometimes you must finish class. I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. How much sodium can the human body take? It's just a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they're hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster, the Chicken Nom Bok Bakakon. I'm gonna forget I named it that, but I'm proud of it. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. Are we sacrificing Pop? We're playing! Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep, or Clank. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Buzz, whoop. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Bump bump. Oh, Clank's a very sensitive fellow, I've been recently told. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over for me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone was completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know this is a ruse, right? Some men love a hero complex. Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. That's what I start shouting at people when they irritate me. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. That does not feel like English. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lessons. Truly you do. Which is why, in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders. And you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food right in front of you. Well, Gun Bunny? Naturally, this appears to be a simple platter. A sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A dog biscuit? They're chicken flavored. Because of the shape it's baked in, you assume the dog biscuit is a treat made by Sprinkles. An example of his own culinary talents, perhaps? You reach out for it when Sprinkles jumps out and bites onto your cooking apron. What kind of monster would steal dog's favorite biscuit? Your apron is left in tatters. The entire class looks in horror as you fall unconscious from the embarrassment. Woo! I never even got to taste it. Can this be the end? Getting between the dog and his bone probably isn't a great choice. Let's try again. Alright, time to do this again. A shimmering pepper or a glass of water? I'm scared. Start with the pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in the most eye-catching way. So naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. Oh, this is poison. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. Woohoo! The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. You know, the first time I tried a ghost pepper, I'm pretty sure this is what happened to me. My friend. Woo! This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Woo! You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Cough, cough, sorry. I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through. To fulfill... Cough. The prophecy... Cough, cough. You must... Feel yourself again to regain consciousness. Oh, man. You come to and find everyone staring at you. The pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. It's probably for the best. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. I know they encourage my own inner overdramatic nature. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time. Set up and tell them you're on. You bet, baby. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Such a Canadian moment that came out of me right there, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Gun Bunny. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. I could hear him just shaking the cage. Fight. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Called it. Just then, a huge light blasts in your face, flashing the words "timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. Aroo! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. It's hard to get through these because they're white on semi-transparent. And the laughter. I can't stop laughing. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now it's my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. Felt like such a Sailor Moon villain line right there. You had his chicken, and you made his mashed potatoes and gravy, and on day one. And you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Okay. What temperature does water boil at? 100 Fahrenheit? Celsius. What were you thinking, Gun Bunny? Get your head in the game. You're going to need to see this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. I have 11 fancy ingredients. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. Oh, what state of mind offers the most flavor? Vigilance, gratitude, trust. No, that's wrong. I beg you to get it together, get it? I'm a dog, and it's never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Next question. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you never to forget where you came from. Every day, you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now, what would be a great time to harness that energy? So, where does it come from? Deep beneath the surface of the Pacific? Oh, oh God, what did I do? That's right, this is your shot and you're not going to miss it. I am so bad under pressure. Can you tell? I took cooking. You try to shut out the noises of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. That's wrong. Okay, I don't know how you guys think pans work. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Is it the end? Yep. Alright, timer ready. Time to fail. Alright. It always boils 100 seconds after you turn the heat on. I'm a Canadian. I know it's Celsius, and I had like a brain freak out where I'm like, my oven's in Fahrenheit, and I had a moment. That's right. But how would you have even gotten in this school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season the chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. Is it 7? Oh, it's 10? 10! That's still wrong. You've seen schnauzers with better sense than that. And a miniature kind, no less. Now that you've gotten some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. Gratitude. That's right! You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, what did my dad tell me? Small town. Oh, small town, that's right. This is your shot. You're not going to miss it. Rah-roo! You try to shut out the noises of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Silence. That's right. When they taste your cooking, they will be so taken with it that they are unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Gun Bunny. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoons of gravy would it take to fill a traditional... Ugh. What were you thinking? Get your mind back in the competition. Was that a Victorian bathtub? I didn't even get to that part. Grr! You're stranded on a desert with only one desert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. I love all of them. Are you and Colonel Sanders? What does that have to do with crafting? I literally just picked something to see what would happen. Oof, oof. You're really struggling to keep up. And the next... It's... Okay. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up, you toss your biscuit dough in a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! I know you love nothing more than seeing your fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Grrr. You might not have any hands, but Gun Bunny does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. I should add, I can't bake for nothing, so it would be fair that I'm awful at this. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't want to get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. This was immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. I'm going to lose a hand. Gun Bunny, no! But you're not fast enough. Your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quick spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. I'm doing pretty good if I still get to keep the hand. Those mixers are dangerous. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. It's better we don't, kids. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Gun Bunny's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Gun Buddy to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Oh, thank you so much. Ashley, Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette, atop a slice of honeycomb ice cream, two ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry coulis. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed, as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh no. Oh, you. He places a sauce-covered finger onto his lips. Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel. Put yourself between Colonel Sanders. Internalize my rage. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. Whoa. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means you will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. Wow. Embarrassment and shame by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow. You run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult inside of you. A storm rages. We're not having a good day. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. He won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer, that small fire. We should get that checked out. Yeah, I'm fine. You just leave me alone. I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? It's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome for sure. I was born that way. But I walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. Really? I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one's especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. This is true. Fun side tip about mules. So mules, because they're smarter, they are one of the few hooved creatures that when their hoof gets wrapped up, they will slowly and procedurally remove their hoof, like we would untangle our foot, to free it. Versus most animals will actually just pull and pull and pull until they damage the foot beyond. But a mule will actually lift it and deal with it. I've seen it. It's very, very strange, and it's very, very cool. So because they're slightly smarter, you could see how they would be the crueler animal. I didn't know. I want to show you guys a quick thing. Hang on, let's pull over and do some mule education. It's amazing what I learn when I look stuff up. Scudda Hoo, Scudda Hey is a 1948 American romantic comedy drama written and directed by F. Hugh Herbert, based on a novel of the same name by George Agnew Chamberlain. I never knew this was based on a book. So, Farmer Mitt Domney and his son Daniel, who's called Snug, commiserate with each other about their loathing for Judith, Mitt's second wife, and her brutish son Stretch. Mitt decides to return to the sea while Snug takes a job as a hired hand with a neighbor farmer, Robert Roarer McGill. I love how there's so many nicknames for everybody. With his daughter Rad, he's in love, although the daughter gets her kicks out of keeping him guessing about her true feelings. Her father neither encourages nor endorses the courtship. Some days later, Snug offers to buy 2 mules, named Crowder and Moonbeam, from his boss to add to his income. Roarer agrees, but warns Snug that ownership of the mules will revert to him if Snug misses even one payment. Snug then takes Crowder and Moonbeam to Tony, that's hard to read, to Tony's farm. And Tony, who was once dedicated mule driver before the falling down on his luck and becoming an alcoholic. While learning about mules, Snug also learns to deal with Judith and Stretch, who are trying to take over Domini's farm. It's such a traditional 1948 kind of movie. And I know it sounds silly because that plot is written terribly. And I don't think I've seen this film since I was like 14. So it's not vivid in my ancient mind. But I was surprised when I went and looked it up to go get a snippet of it that you can watch the entire movie on YouTube. So I will link that down in the description below. So there we go. Woohoo! So I saw this movie when I was a kid, but I know this movie has completely fallen by the wayside. So have a look and see if you can find it, because Scudda Who Scudda Hey is actually a great movie, and it would be a shame to have it completely lost by time. So I'll do my best to kind of bring it forward. So thank you all for a little derail about Wikipedia. I know we haven't been Wikipedia-ing lately, because it's been one thing after another, but I'd like to go back to it. You know, I think my channel is made better by just random education. Back to the game. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changed his focus, you could see something ignite inside him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you're prepared for the worst. It's the Spork Monster! Krok! The Spork Monster is here to fight a hero! Is anyone else feeling a bit deja vu? I'm sorry, Gork. Gorku? Gorko? But I could have sworn we already battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin, and I am Gorko. I am here to avenge them. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so no, not really. Pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He's already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think I have much of a chance, not to mention I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what Gun Bunny is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose we really don't need to fight. It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws. All the better to enjoy tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do. Inspiration strikes and you come up with a quick idea. Jump on this! You toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious! You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a chihuahua. But I was still a student of the school, until one day some mean kids with magic spellbooks cast a dark enchantment on me and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook? Precisely. Bork used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it, and if you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should try protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there. Sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life, Gun Buddy. Together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Dun dun dun! I I'm going to stop here today because that feels like a weird and wonderful place to stop. Now that we have met Gorko, the twin brother of Borko, I feel our intrigue, singed eyebrows, failed cooking skills, and bad day have all culminated into one. But thank you so much for joining me with I Love You, Colonel Sanders. This has been Gun Buddy, G.u.n.n. Bunny, and have a wonderful afternoon. Goodbye.